G'day viewers, welcome to Australia. I want to give a shout out to the Debs and the creative team because even though this map's not 100%, to everybody else in the world this will be the best experience they could ever have of Australian, of the game of Australia, because they have done an excellent job. They give you 100% for the map itself. The map itself is 100% for me. I'm an Australian. I was born in Australia. Lived here all my life, 57 years so far. Well, we won't go into that. But yeah, but because it's not 100%, there's still a bit of work to be done. The terrain, yeah, the rocks, the granite fields, there's different parts around it that I recognise as you know, like the hinterlands of New South Wales and Queensland, and yes, if you go over to my actual videos, real life videos, Ken Werrett on YouTube, and we go through some national parks and stuff there, you'll see a lot of the bushes and that you see around here in those videos, the open areas and that sort of thing. I don't really go up into real mountain country because of my heart and lung condition, so you can see what that's all about over there. But the gum trees and that, a little bit too much foliage. That's the only setback for me. That's what I mean about the not 100%. The gum trees look good, even the lower parts of the trees and that. Yeah, they normally flake off that, and there's big huntsmans and that under there. Nice smooth gums. The eucalyptus trees. On my other video, I thought they were trying to say that these are ironbark trees, but they're beautiful, man, beautiful. You have a look at this, the territory and that. Once you get into it, like granite rocks and that around New South Wales, Queensland, all through Australia, actually, in the mountain areas. Yeah, the grasses look good. Oh. It's because the animal's going to keep on interrupting. I've got one major complaint. The biggest complaint there is. There's only one real predator for the kangaroos and everything else in Australia that has not been introduced to this country, and it's the dingo. It was come over with the Aboriginals 40,000 years ago, and well, my brother would argue with me that it come over with the Chinese and that from Asia, but shut up. We won't go into that. But yeah, it's always been here. It's always been companions with them, hunting companions and everything else, and it's the only predator we have here, and they didn't put it in the game. Even KG said that, you know, first thing I watched of KG, which I was surprised he didn't have early access. I don't know why he didn't apply for that. Yeah, when he mentioned it, I went, yeah, tell me, mate, tell me. The only bloody predator we've got. We don't have bears, lions, bobcats, and the list goes on. 25 different, 16 different types of rattlesnakes, and a couple of mouse and everything else that everybody else has got. We've got, you know, 5 of the top 10 or something most dangerous snakes in the world. And everybody goes on about us snakes and spiders all the time. Don't come to Australia because there's snakes and spiders. Yeah, we've only got the redback. America's got the recluse and brown recluse, and the widow, which is the black widow, which is a redback. I don't get all these people that try to bag Australians. They don't come here and stuff when they got all those other 100 different bloody species. I don't get it. Anyway, that's my little rant. But these yucca bushes, the tree ferns and that in the jungle are really good. Mountains, the Three Sisters around here. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See these yucca one here in my videos in real life. I should tell you that the dry parts underneath here, even if it's wet, they're you can use them for fire lighting and that sort of thing. I've been hunting, had guns, and and now they're attacking our bows at the moment. But yeah, I've never been deer hunting. I have deer in the forest just down the road from me. I mean, about 10 k's down the road from me. There's fallow deer down there, and there's some red deer. Not red deer. Yeah, red deer up towards Clare. So that's only 30 k's up the road. That people see coming out of the bush and that up there. And this is the bush. It's not the woods, it's not the forest, it's not. This is the Australian bush. The outback, the dry parts of it down by Sophie's there, or Sophia's. That's more or less the outbacky, arid areas. You got woodlands, you got beautiful rocky country like this. This is the maps themselves. Like I've always gone on about New Zealand map, and Mississippi's the one America map to me. That when I think of Mississippi, like southern America, down south, that's the map that pops straight in. That to me is south. Louisiana swamplands. Leighton Lake. I like Leighton Lake. The founding game. I like Hirschfelden, except there's just a little bit too. You can't really see much on that. That's the only thing the biggest drawback for me with that game is that I can't see anything. Now the hogs. Speaking of the hogs, I was shooting some yesterday with the boys from New Zealand, and we're going to be having some multiplayer, live stream stuff with some American guys, some New Zealand guys, and a couple of Aussie guys, Australian guys. So we'll be having the best of everybody's world. And I don't know if the British guys want to come on. They might get too attached. Oh, another thing with the animals and that too, the European rabbit, European hare, they need to be added to it, because they're the main thing that I've grown up on, trapped and netted and everything. I've gone out there and did that from a kid, supplying food on the table and stuff like that, and getting rid of the pest species. And we've had plagues in that in Australia with rabbits and stuff like that. Really devastated lots of Australia in the early days. And it started with 6 pair. They brought 6 pair into the country down in Geelong for this guy to have something to hunt and eat. And they got out of his little rockery pen thing that he had. And he got away, and that's how it all started. From, bloody hell, eh? I'm heading towards this big rock escarpment over here, because there is some places of interest around the place. I haven't gone to too many of them, because normally they're Aboriginal sacred site areas in Australia. They have some sort of tying back to the Aboriginals, which I should have said at the beginning of this. I like to say that it is Aboriginals were the first ones here, and before the Dutch landed, before the British landed, and their spiritual thing is the dreaming, and in respect to all the past, present, and future generations. And welcome to country. So they have a lot of course, loving that for the country. It wasn't that long ago that the government took them off the fauna list and flora list, and actually recognise them as people, which is a disgrace to the nation, as far as we're concerned. Anyway, the real Australians. So that's podcast stuff. What am I even talking about this for? But as you can see, beautiful country. Lots of bloody deer. I've never seen a red deer before in Australia, but the models are great. I've got a couple already. I've got a red deer lodge that I'll be doing what's in the lodge series again. I'll probably call this Gone Bush, like the ones I was before with the New Zealand, but we'll call it Gone Bush and live streams. You know, Australian live streams, whatever. I don't know if that popped up before. Kev was online. Nebic, that's my brother. You'll experience him on the live streams. And the New Zealand guys are playing on the map, their own maps at the moment. Me American mate that I've done a few, Grim that I've done a few recordings with so far. If you go over to Thcotw Gaming, you'll find out that we've done a few SnowRunner stuff there with as a conjointed type thing. I was joined to him with a tow rope for a long way back to the thing, and then we realised we could actually fill the trucks up with his jerry cans and that up with the roof. Yeah, fools. But look at this beautiful, this is rocky outcrops and stuff like that on the top of the hills. Magic, because that's where you find majority of rocks and that on the hills. I was saying to my brother the other day when we're up where are we? When we're up the northern part of the map, up over here actually, up the back of here, we're looking around, and that's more like New South Wales, open savanna type up here. And I was saying I haven't seen the granite outcrops and stuff, like the big boulders and stuff, and then we came across one, so proved me wrong. Of course, if you're going to be playing on the map and venturing out with others on their maps as multiplayer, the crocs that are along the creek line here, when Jax first did the map, he started off down here in the desert, of course, where it's the most kangaroos. Beautiful place, I love it. That's my favourite part of the map actually. And I saw this, and it was all black, of course, blacked out. You couldn't see. But I saw this inlet coming around here, and I went to here and there, and I said to my brother, that's where the crocs are going to be, in that swamp area like it is in Mississippi. Yeah, so I sort of worked out ahead. And then all the kangaroos and goats and that through here is really good. We call this the my brother calls it the number 4 lake. I call it a 14 because there's 14. We got the thumbs up, which was, where was he? Over here. Good on you, mate. Thumbs up. Hear that bird just then? That's what was they called again? A wattle-faced cuckoo, or wattle cuckoo. Yeah, but that's what that makes that noise anyway. Well, there might be some bellbirds and stuff like that through here, but that's mainly New South Wales, Victoria. Magpies. The audio from New Zealand map with the magpies can be added to this. Talking about animal species that can be added, I've seen Mel on that and Flinter on that the other day, and Clayton, talking about how everybody's talking to him about cassowaries. This is Queensland, right? You have the tropical area and that down below Sophie's and that sort of thing. You could have cassowaries on here. Now, cassowary is a beautiful bird. It's got a trophy horn type thing on the head. It comes in different sizes. They've got a big blue type neck and that on them. They've got a beautiful, funny type coat on them, like their feathering and that, and their massive, really thick legs. And that could be added to the actual rainforest area, because the people that make the models all across the board of all these maps, I've said it from, if you watch any of my videos, I said they've nailed it. The manneristics of the animals in that right. The manneristics, see that tail? As soon as I start talking to him, he'll start wagging his tail, and then he'll piss off like normal. Yeah. But yeah, the manneristics of the animals themselves, like the kangaroos, how they lay down and scratch their belly and stuff like that, they've got it down to a T. Like that fleeing mechanism they had during Lake when we saw that. I've seen the when the dogs first come out. I've seen a doe stand there and stomp its feet. I saw what was it yesterday that did that? One of the other deer did that. A fallow deer, I think it was. The dog was walking past the fallow deer and they turned around and faced the deer. And the dog, that is number one characteristics of the animal itself. That the amount of computer, like, because not everybody understands that just one of these trees is thousands of lines of computer, like jargon and that. Like my brother-in-law back in the day, 64s come out and stuff. He used to look at these sheets and sheets and sheets printed out, and know what was going on with all these little circles, dots, bloody numbers, and oh man, there's a lot of work goes into these maps. That's why when you have glitching and stuff like that, get over it, because like the amount of like just one area here, there's like grass, there's dirt, there's trees, there's leaves, there's these yucca bushes with the spines, like these things here, the way they made them are perfect, as far as I'm concerned. For a computer generated game, this is 100% A1, like that's why I give it 100% for the maps that they bring out, all the maps they bring out, because the amount of work that goes into them, and I see it, I know it in nature. I'm a horticulturalist, I see the plants. I don't have to look at it and go, what's that plant? I know what the plant's supposed to be representing. The rocks with when they're wet and they glisten, with the granite, granite rocks and stuff. Man, can't talk enough about how good the maps are, and you'll hear me in every single one of my videos say how beautiful it is. I'll stop on top of a mountain and just take in the view. I did the same thing on Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption was my go-to hunting map and everything. Camping, horse riding map of all time, and this come out. I've got Classic. I've never ever played it. When they put it out for free on computer, I grabbed it. And I had this on computer as well, PC. But the only reason why I stay with PlayStation, because I made a lot of friends multiplayer and that over the years on PlayStation and on the friends list, and I've played with them during things, and they've joined onto my friends association type thing list. Joined up with the mates mob. With our mob, you'll hear me mention mob all the time. That means basically it means a lot of things in Australia. You could have a mob of goats, you could have a mob of kangaroos, you can have a mob of people. It means a whole cluster of people put in together, a meeting place and stuff like that. You'll hear me mention every now and then that when the mist and that rolls in, that they're probably having a corroboree down the road and that sort of thing. I'll put Aboriginal meanings to things around the place as well, to try to let you experience the Australian culture a bit, from my understanding and knowing of it. I have Fijian background myself. Grumples. Look at this. A boulder. The only thing they haven't got is like up Northern Territory, they got a lot of termite mounds, and they do have them through Queensland, but they're smaller mounds. They're not exactly the big plate ones you see, but they can have some around the place. Just an added thing. Hey, Thcotw. I'm in the middle of the recording at the moment, so just to let you know. So introductions. This is Easty, everybody. He'll be playing on the multiplayers and stuff. Kev's on it as well, somewhere there, East. And then we'll be doing that. I'm just running around the map at the moment, just talking about the actual landscape and how good it is. And I've given 100% markup, and you're from New Zealand, so what do you reckon about the Australian map? Yep. And our number one map before this was New Zealand. We all loved that. KG loves it as well. He was saying Silver Ridge, but everybody likes Silver Ridge because of the open range, right? So you can see things a mile away. But we've got some places on this map that you can see things a mile away, but a lot of it's what's the bios? About 5 different bios on here, like different areas. You got woodlands, savanna, mountain country. Not well, as Eastie's already told me, these aren't mountains. These are only hills compared to New Zealand. Yeah, we've only got the Three Sisters. Look great. Yeah, that's one landmark that I recognised as soon as I saw it. But I was just saying about all the plants and how they've magic, how they've made them with the like computer generated. Like I just pushed against that yucca bush then, and it's bent the spikes on it, you know. And the amount of computer generated stuff in this one little area with the dirt and the trees and the rocks and each individual plant and leaves and that added to it. You will see the trees every now and then with a blank sort of pixel, like a flag type thing in them, and that's just pixels that didn't render properly, but we're quite happy with the map. So that's my little talk about it at the moment, and I'll jump off this recording and then jump on with Eastie and get Kev to come over too, and yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, viewers. If you can't be good at it. Bye.